What's up, traders? Hope you're having an amazing week so far. Today's going to be a really quick video on fair value gaps. Fair value gaps are inefficiencies created in the market, which can later on be used as confluence or general entries or exits. Similar to our last video on liquidity, we're paying attention to a three candlestick formation. In the three candlestick formation, we have its highs and lows. What you're looking out for is if candle 3's low has intercepted candle 1's high. If it hasn't, then this is what you identify as a bullish fair value gap. On the other hand, for a bearish scenario, what you want to look out for is if candle 3's high has intercepted candle 1's low. If it hasn't, then this would be your bearish fair value gap. If we look at how these candles printed, candle 3's high and candle 1's low has intercepted each other. Therefore, there's no inefficiency in that market and there is no fair value gap created. If we do a quick analysis on Nasdaq 100, you can see that on the daily time frame, we've been moving sideways. We had its manipulation and now we've been distributing up. On its most recent price action, on the 4-hour time frame, we swept liquidity here. So I can look for entries on the lower time frame if it presents itself. After taking out the liquidity on the 4-hour time frame, on the 5-minute, we've left this bearish fair value gap here. I personally don't like to catch the top of a move, especially in a parabolic, expansive market. But if you're confident in the move, you can place your entry at the top of the fair value gap and your stop loss above the highest high and shoot for a standard 2R. Okay, so we've been tagged in here. The bodies are respecting the fair value gap as it's failing to close above. Yes, the wicks are going above, but that doesn't really matter too much. And your take profit would have been there. Now I'll be looking for a continuation trade, which I'm way more comfortable taking in an expansive market. Measuring this swing here, we have discount here and premium here. If flow's bearish, your most profitable moves are going to be if the market has already moved into premium. So there's no fair value gaps in premium that we can trade from. The market has hit premium here, so now I'm confident in it taking its lows. On the 5-minute time frame, again we've left this bearish fair value gap here, so our entry can be at the top and the stop loss above this high. The take profit again can be for 2R, or we can shoot for the liquidity resting here. But for this video, we're just going to aim for standard 2R. Okay, we've been tagged in here. Hopefully we can see the market displace now. And that would be your 2R trade. After Monday's candle finished printing, we left this bullish daily fair value gap here. For Tuesday, on the 1-hour time frame, we ended up trading into the daily fair value gap and taking the liquidity resting here. On the 1-minute time frame, after taking out the 1-hour liquidity, we left this bullish fair value gap here. Again, my entry can be at the bottom or the top of the fair value gap. It completely depends how fancy you want to be or how far you think the market will move. And I'm going to shoot for standard 2R. Right, so we've been tagged in right here. Hopefully I can see the market expanding up now. There's more fair value gaps within this swing here. You can see price respecting that fair value gap and starting to work its way up. And that would have been your trade. Right, so now we can assume that we caught the low of the day. For the PM session, we can catch a continuation. On the 15-minute time frame, we've left this bullish fair value gap right here. Now, of course, you can already be in this move by placing your entry within the fair value gap and your stop loss below the fair value gap or below the lowest low. But if you want to tie a stop loss, you can look for extra confluence within that fair value gap. So on a 1-minute, you can see that we've printed this bullish fair value gap here. So if we play a couple candles, now I can say that my trade is validated. I'm happy to place my limit at the low here, so the top of the fair value gap, and my stop loss below the lowest low. I can shoot for standard 2R, of course, or I can aim for the liquidity residing here. Okay, so we've been tagged in here, and you can see that's a quick 2R. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll see you next week.